Dinosaurs among us. How birds are modern-day relatives of dinosaurs. Have you ever wondered if dinosaurs are truly gone? When we think of these ancient giants, we often picture towering T-Rexes or the long-necked Apatosauruses. But what if we told you that dinosaurs didn't vanish entirely? In fact, they are still flying among us. That's right. Birds are the living descendants of dinosaurs. It's an incredible story of survival, transformation, and evolution that connects your backyard sparrow to the mighty dinosaurs that once ruled the Earth. Let's dive in and explore the amazing feather-filled connection between birds and dinosaurs. To understand how birds became what they are today, we have to travel back 150 million years to the Jurassic period. At that time, Earth was dominated by dinosaurs. Among them was a special group called theropods. These dinosaurs may sound unfamiliar by name, but you definitely know a few of their members: the Velociraptor, the towering Tyrannosaurus rex, and more. What made theropods unique? These two-legged predators were fast, agile, and deadly hunters. But here's a surprising twist. Their bodies weren't just covered in scales. Fossils show that many theropods were covered in feathers. That's right, feathers weren't just a bird invention. Scientists believe that feathers first evolved in theropods to keep them warm or to intimidate rivals. They weren't meant for flying, yet. So how did these feathered predators transform into birds? Imagine this. A small feathered theropod leaps into the air. Maybe it's chasing dinner or escaping an enemy, and its feathers suddenly help it glide to safety. Over time, those that could glide even a little better survived, and the earliest stages of bird flight were born. The evolution of flight took millions of years, but one of the key turning points came with a creature called Archaeopteryx. Discovered in the 1860s, Archaeopteryx is often considered the first bird. But don't imagine a graceful pigeon or sparrow. It had sharp teeth, clawed fingers at the ends of its wings, and a long bony tail, very dinosaur-like features. At the same time, Archaeopteryx had beautifully developed feathers that helped it glide and possibly even fly a little. This creature was a mix of dinosaur traits and bird traits, giving scientists a clear snapshot of evolution in action. So when we talk about the first birds, we're not leaving the dinosaurs behind. Instead, we're seeing a dinosaur transitioning into what we recognize today as birds. Over millions of years, more and more changes reshaped these dinosaur birds into the feathered creatures that surround us today. Some key differences emerged. Teeth disappeared, replaced by beaks for pecking and eating seeds. Tails grew shorter, becoming lighter and more functional for flight. Wings became stronger and more specialized for soaring through the air. Imagine a velociraptor slowly morphing into a modern bird across millions of generations. It's hard to believe, but the connections are all there in fossils and even in modern bird anatomy. Before we dive into modern birds, let's let that thought settle for a moment. Birds like the robins hopping around or the chickens clucking on a farm are not just related to dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs in a modern form. Here's a fun fact to amaze your family. Did you know that chickens are some of the closest living relatives to the mighty T-Rex? Scientists have even found that certain proteins in chicken DNA closely match those of their prehistoric cousins. So the next time you hear your neighborhood chickens clucking, you can jokingly call them mini dinosaurs. But the connections aren't just genetic. When you look carefully at birds, you'll notice features that hint at their dino past. For example, birds have hollow bones, a trait they share with theropods, making their skeletons lightweight and perfect for flight. Bird legs and feet resemble the structure of dinosaur legs. Their nesting and brooding behaviors also mimic those of certain theropod dinosaurs. One of the most incredible ways we've learned about the bird-dinosaur connection is through the discovery of fossils. Over the past few decades, paleontologists have uncovered thousands of fossils from feathered dinosaurs, cementing the idea that birds are their flying descendants. For example, fossils of Microraptor, a small theropod covered in feathers, show it had long feathers on both its arms and legs, suggesting it could glide like a prehistoric flying squirrel. Caudipteryx was another bird-like dinosaur with vibrant decorative feathers, though it couldn't fly yet. But fossils don't just hint at bird traits, They also prove that dinosaurs were more diverse in appearance than we ever imagined. The idea of a scaly, reptilian T-Rex ruling the world, cool but incomplete. Many theropods were likely fluffy with feathers, adding vibrant colors to the prehistoric landscape. Picture dinosaurs decked out in fiery red plumage or sleek black feathers. Doesn't that change how we see these giants? Beyond fossils and anatomy, birds act a lot like their dinosaur ancestors. Think about it. Earth's first dinosaurs built nests for their young. They cared for their eggs, kept them warm, and protected their offspring. These behaviors are alive and well in the bird world. Let's take flamingos, for example. They build intricate mounds of mud to keep their eggs safe from water, or penguins, which huddle together in freezing conditions to ensure their eggs and chicks stay warm. These remarkable parenting habits are echoes of their dinosaur roots. Even hunting instincts in certain birds take us back in time. Raptors like hawks and eagles are skilled, predatory flyers that mirror the hunting behavior of theropods. Now you might be wondering, this is all cool and exciting, but why does it matter? Well, understanding the connection between birds and dinosaurs is about more than just cool trivia. It's a stunning example of evolution in action, showing us how life adapts and transforms over hundreds of millions of years. It also reminds us that extinction isn't always the end of a story. Dinosaurs may have suffered a catastrophic extinction event 66 million years ago, but their legacy lives on in an entirely new form. Knowing this helps us appreciate the everyday marvels of nature. The pigeons in the park, the cheerfully chirping sparrows, or even the chicken nuggets on your plate. They're all part of a spectacular evolutionary journey that stretched back to ancient times. The next time you see a bird, whether it's a humble pigeon or a majestic eagle soaring above, think of it as a modern-day dinosaur. Imagine its ancestor sprinting through a jungle millions of years ago, feathers ruffling in the prehistoric wind. The connection between birds and dinosaurs opens our eyes to how the past shapes the present and how evolution links us all. Encourage your family to look for birds in your neighborhood and imagine what dinosaurs they might have been millions of years ago. What if that crow was once a feathered raptor? Or that seagull was a distant cousin of Microraptor? This is the magic of seeing the world through the lens of science and discovery. Dinosaurs may seem like creatures of a long-lost age, but they're closer than we think. Through millions of years of evolution, they transformed into the birds we see today. Their bones, behaviors, and even their DNA tell the story of incredible adaptation and survival. So, the next time you marvel at a bird in flight or hear one chirping cheerfully, remember, you're watching the closest thing we'll ever have to a living, breathing dinosaur. How cool is that? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Send Shorts for more amazing videos. The world is full of surprises, and we're just scratching the surface.